What is up, everyone? My name is Heroic Legacy, and today we're going to be looking at the Bastions tips and tricks for 1.16.2. First of all, Bastions can be very dangerous, but with all that danger, there is a lot of good that comes from them. Lots of valuable goods that you can find in chests, and in order to get those, you're going to have to either fight off all these mobs or use the tips and tricks in this video. The first tip is to have some sort of gold item. You can have gold helmet, gold boots. If you don't have any of those when you come in here, you can find blocks that look just like this. When you break them, you'll actually get gold nuggets, and you could turn those gold nuggets into gold ingots, which then you could turn into some sort of item that you want. The reason for having these gold items is so that these regular piglins do not attack you. And the reason you don't want them to attack you is because there's a lot of them in these bastions, and now in 1.16.2 we have these new piglin brutes. Basically, these are the new piglin brutes, and you can wear golden helmets and they will still attack you. So gold is not going to work against them. So what do we do for them? Well, if you attack these piglin brutes, then this will actually aggro the regular piglins as well, if we weren't in creative. And so you actually don't want to attack these guys. So if they attack you, you need to get out of there as fast as you can. So how do we deal with these? You can actually use a boat, and you can get them inside the boat by placing it, right? This is a really good and effective way of keeping yourself safe from them. And you can use this almost anywhere, right? I mean, you can basically run away. You can get the regular piglins in them if you need to. And the only problem is there's certain spaces that you can't get them in, right? So this is a really effective way of dealing with the brutes without attacking them. However, as these boats work on the piglins, they will not work on the hoglins. The hoglins are too big for them. So these are another mob that you're going to have to worry about within the Bastion. So how do we worry about these guys? The way to actually deal with these hoglins is to put yourself in a space that has a doorway of like 1x2 or 1x3. The hoglins can't actually get through those spaces, and as though they'll try, you can actually attack them from a distance without having to worry about how many there are. Sometimes they can attack through this little gap, but if you keep your distance, you should be fine. Another thing that they've changed in the 1.16.2 update is when you open up these chests, the actual regular piglins, no matter if you're wearing gold or not, are actually still going to attack you. So how are we supposed to get into these chests without being attacked? To get into these chests, you could do the boat trick where you just put boats down and let them get into them. That way they can't attack you. You could make little holes in the ground and throw gold into them. This will allow the piglins to fall in there and get trapped. The only thing is these brutes won't go to them, so getting in these chests will still be dangerous with them around, so I would recommend using the boat trick on them. When trying to get the items from this chest, if you open them you get attacked, and also if you break them you get attacked. So another way of getting the items out of the chest is to actually use a hopper. This will allow you to just grab the items out of the hopper without having to worry about them attacking you. However, this is a little slower, and a lot of the times the gilded blackstone is actually underneath it, and when you break the gilded blackstone, the piglins will actually come and attack you. So if you want to get into these chests and the boat trick isn't working and you don't have time to, or you don't have gold to put them in a hole, you can actually block yourself all the way in, then you can open the chest, grab all the things out, and they won't aggro you, right? As you can see here. Another thing you can't get while the piglins are around is the gold blocks, or any kind of gold block, and if you go ahead and break it, they will attack you. So another thing you can actually do is block yourself in again, just like the chest. And then I think you could hear them. They got pretty angry. But give it a few seconds and they will unaggro you. Another very powerful thing that you can do inside the Bastion or before you go into the Bastion is you can drink an invisibility potion and make sure you don't have any armor on. And when you go inside here, you'll actually be able to walk right around them without them seeing you. With the invisibility potion on, you can actually get into chests as well. Take the items that you want without being seen. So this is a very powerful tactic. The only thing is you cannot mine gold blocks with the invisibility potion on. And if you do mine it, they will still come and attack you. Another thing to note about these piglin brutes is that they have an axe and not a sword. So if you try to defend with a shield, it actually has a cooldown for all of them, not even just one. So this is something you really got to be careful of when fighting the piglin brutes. One thing to note is if you ever do end up getting attacked by these guys, keep checking your golden item because the gold tends to deplete really fast. It doesn't have as much durability as other armor, so make sure to just keep checking that every time you get attacked when you're in a safe spot. Another thing that was changed in the 1.16.2 update is the Totem of Undyings. Now when you die, you actually are getting 40 seconds of fire resistance, which means these are really helpful within the bastions, and I would recommend carrying them around if you have them, because there's a lot of lava. This is the bottom floor. There's a lot of lava in here, and if you accidentally fall in or get hit in, as you can see, we're still in the lava. Our hearts are regenerating right now, and we were able to get out without without dying, right? So yeah, I recommend using these if you can get your hands on them. While these bastions are really dangerous, they do hold a lot of really good loot, from ancient debris to enchanted golden weapons and tools. So it's necessary to actually find them and search them out. So I hope that these tips and tricks are going to help you from, dying when trying to raid these bastions. And if you found that a tip or a trick actually helped you, then consider smashing the like button. If you want more of these types of episodes, then consider subscribing. And if you loved it, then consider checking out the rest of the videos on my channel. This was Heroic Legacy, and leave a comment if you have any other tips and tricks that maybe I missed. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.